Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Amy coming to you for another lunchtime inspiring moment. I hope everybody is doing well today. I am feeling great, feeling blessed and highly favored. So I want to talk to you today about some wealth building strategies. Today I want to call it wealth building for the everyday person. I know, and I want to make sure that you know that we all can build wealth and become wealth creators. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what your current income level is. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past. We all can become wealth creators. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. But before I get started with today, I want to go back a little bit and illuminate some things. I know I talk a lot here about budgeting and saving and having your emergency fund, but I want to just say out loud, sometimes you have to say something out loud just to make sure that everybody understand and get you. What do you think we are saving for? What do you think we are budgeting for? We are saving to invest. Do you get that? Do you get that? That's what we're saving for? We're saving up to get to our emergency fund. Once you get that emergency fund set up, you're going to use that extra money to invest. And what are we budgeting for? Why do I talk about budgeting all of the time? Not because you don't have the money and you're trying to scrape things together. You're budgeting so you can forecast and get to the point where you can invest. You want to budget so you can intentionally spend your money on tax deduction, tax reduction, and tax strategy activities. That's the purpose of budgeting. You want to budget today so you can get to the point where you can learn how, invest in your knowledge to learn how to take advantage of more tax deduction, tax reduction, tax strategy, and all of that stuff. Because if you don't know how to do it today, you're probably going to have to invest in a class, a training, a coach, a mentor, or somebody to help you. So I wanted to say that up front. That's some basic financial literacy, right? So the next thing is mindset. That's my area of expertise. That's what I offer the world is as a psychologist. I'm a business psychologist and I really help people to master their mindsets, right? I'm not a therapist, but I am a psychologist specializing in mindset. I'm a life coach. So I'm going to help you to get over some of those self-limiting beliefs, some of the things that's happened in the past. It's all about the way we think about things now. So when it comes to mindset, let me tell you a big secret. I call the hot sauce secret. In order to prosper financially in this country, in this US of A, we all are going to need to, are you listening up? Stop thinking like an individual and start functioning like an entity. Almost all of the wealth is built in America on having a business. Why? Because there's just so much tax reduction, tax saving. It's taxes and inflation that's holding us back. Do you realize that? It's taxes and inflation. You make the money, Uncle Sam wants his portion. He wants, the more money you make, I have lots of friends and lots of mentees that are doing well, that are making high six-figure income. However, the more income you make, the more Uncle Sam wants. The higher you go on your income level, the more Uncle Sam wants. And there's no way around it, right? If you are a W-2 employee, and I'm talking about now, after you've done your basic things, you've maxed out your 401k, 403b deduction, because that's going to help you a lot. You've put money into your Roth or one of those areas. So, and there are limits there. There are caps. The government is going to let you put but so much money, right? Because they don't want all of your money coming back to you. But here's the secret. If you have a business, though, it can come back to you. If you have a business and you set that business up the right way, it can come back to you. So listen up. Don't sleep on this thing that I'm telling you about starting your own business, because that's how you're going to get and keep the majority of that money that you're paying in taxes. And I was sitting here as I was thinking about what I want to talk about today. I want to bring something back that's relevant. You know, everybody knows Beyonce is hot these days. She's hot on her game, and she's married to Jay-Z. Do you remember the quote that Jay-Z said some time back? He said, "I'm not just a business, I am a businessman." Do you remember that? And what he meant, 'cause for me, let me just even say before I go into what Jay-Z meant by that, I am a business woman. I am an entity. I'm a business person, and everything else that comes around and unfolds into that. But when Jay-Z said, "I'm not just a business, I am a businessman," he was expressing the idea that he sees himself not only as an individual involved in business activities, but as a complete business entity. Do you get that? As a complete business entity. And this shows Jay-Z's entrepreneurial mindset and his approach to his career and his many ventures. You know, all of the different things that he's doing. And I'm saying that we as individuals, we need to do the same thing. We need to be an entity. So instead of being just an artist or a performer or a rapper, as so many of us knows Jay-Z as, he himself see himself as a multifaceted business entity with various revenue streams and opportunities beyond his music. Do you get that? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? By identifying himself as a businessman, he emphasized his understanding of the importance of diversifying his income and expanding his brand. And you can do the same thing. Think about all the things that Jay-Z is involved with above rapping. He started out as a rapper, music production. What are some of the other ones? Fashion, sports management, alcohol brand. Let's not forget about that. That's a big one. And just so many others that I can't think about right off of the point. But what did he do? He leveraged his influence and his entrepreneurial skills to build a brand, a personal brand that extends well beyond his music career. And that's what I'm saying to you. That's what I want to help you to do, to set up your own business, your own side business, regular business, full-time business. I don't care what kind of business it is, but you need to set up a business entity. So I'm going to ask you, what can we all learn from this? When I share that with you, did you know that? What can we all learn from this? I'm going to tell you, we can all learn from Jay-Z, this business mogul. We all should have a business entity. We all have to should develop the entrepreneurial mindset right alongside your 9-to-5 job. Right alongside your 9-to-5 job, we need to develop that entrepreneurial mindset of treating ourselves as a business entity or a business brand. Did you know that you can do that? You know, you can start out by just saying, "Hey, I want to be a sole proprietor. I'm going to raise my hand." You go down to the county and fill out whatever paperwork. It's that simple. All you need to do is go to the IRS website and get your EIN number. And do you know you're in business? As simple as that. And then as you chug along and go along, you might want to get a little fancy and then become an LLC or S Corp or something like that. But we all need to be a business entity. We need to develop our entrepreneurial mindset of treating ourselves as a business entity. So invest in yourself, invest in your knowledge, and find out how. And you'll be surprised. A lot of people tend to think, "Oh, well, if I pay money for coaching or pay money for a class, somebody else is gaining." No, you are going to gain because you're going to gain value. And what I've learned over the years, I've paid for so many coaching and mentoring and courses, but I am a premium person. I deserve nothing but the best. I don't go for cheap. We have to stop looking at always trying to buy the cheapest thing. Think about it. If you buy the cheapest clothes, it's going to wash out. You wash that thing 2 or 3 times, it's gone, right? So invest in quality. Look for value in everything that you do. And if you still want to be a cheap person, you're going to stay in that lane. But if you're here in my community, I hope you're here because you want to learn how to expand your mindset. You want to learn how to start that business up to gain more money and extra income. Or maybe you already have a small business, but you want to grow it, and you want to grow it the right way so you can keep more money in your pocket. And I'm telling you, if you're using tax people that's not helping you to grow your business and learn these tax strategies, it's time to pivot. It's time to find a tax person. And let me tell you another secret. If your tax person don't own a business, if your tax person is not the owner of that business, you need to find somebody else, because they may not, and I don't want to say they may not know all of the strategies. They're probably not utilizing them, all of them, because why are they working for somebody else? Now, maybe they could be working for somebody else on the side. There's nothing wrong with that. But ask your tax person if they own their business. At a minimum, ask them if they're the CEO of their own business. If they're not, run and find somebody who can really help you. So let me get back to what I'm saying. I want you to know, and I'm using Jay-Z for a reason today, because everybody knows Jay-Z. Everybody knows Beyonce. But him starting a business, is that any different from you starting a business? And I'm going to say, no, it's not. So overall, from the first time, years back, I heard Jay-Z say that. That's why I put him in a chapter in my book when I talked about business moguls. He's right up there. He's right up there with the best of them. He is a billionaire. How many of the other black billionaires do you know? I know there's Tyler Perry, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and oh wow, what's the other guy? How can I forget his name? Who was married to Kim Kardashian? Is a black billionaire, the ones that we know, right? So we want to think about this. Overall, Jay-Z's quote to me reflects his entrepreneurial spirit, emphasizing the idea that he sees himself not just as an individual involved in business activities, but as a full-fledged business entity with a diverse range of interests and ventures. So I'm telling you, make sure, find a tax person. I see my friend Andrea Cronmill on the line. Thank you, Andrea. He reminded me, it's Kanye, who is a black billionaire. As crazy as the things that he says and does, but he is a black billionaire, right? So do some research on that and see if we can learn something from him and all of the other ones. What are they doing? But for me, I've always studied Jay-Z and the things that he does. All right. So let me ask you, do you want some quick business hacks that you can use once you get your side business set up? Now think about this. We're thinking outside of the box. First, business people don't work harder. We work smart. We work smarter. Keep that in mind. Second, smart business people, do not, we don't go on vacation. We take business trips. And when you're taking business trip, you plan everything around that business to take advantage of tax code section 162, because there's something written in the tax codes that it says that once we own a business, we get to have necessary and ordinary business expenses. So if I have my small business, just like any other big business, if I'm going to decide that this year my business meeting is going to be, I don't know, wherever I want it to be, as long as I have that business meeting there and I conduct that business meeting in a legitimate way, I keep all of my receipts, I talk about business and all of that stuff, that can potentially become a business write-off. Now, here's another one that's funny. My friend Vaughn has mastered this. If you're going to have a business meeting before a party, you can do it. In general, let me tell you, the expenses related to any birthday party or whatever, they're considered personal expenses, right? From the eyes of an average person, and they're not normally tax deductible. However, think about it this way. What if you have a gathering of like-minded people and you can demonstrate that the primary purpose for that gathering was a legitimate business meeting or a discussion about your business? That now automatically becomes a write-off. So if I have a gathering, like I used to do a lot, have people come over to my home, we're not just coming over there talking about irrelevant things. I'm educating. I'm teaching them about finances and all of that stuff. It's a legitimate business meeting or discussion. And guess what? The expenses that's directly related to your business activities, then you'll be able to possibly deduct those or some of those expenses. So you see how we can have a meeting, do business, and have fun, and how those come together. So no, you can't just schedule a party and have everything and write it off. It must be a legitimate business meeting or a legitimate business discussion, and you can potentially deduct or write off some of those things. Get with your tax person to figure out how you yourself need to do that. You just need to, and it's crucial, even when I talk about this, it's critical, keep detailed records now of your receipts to support your claim, and consult with a tax professional who's also a business owner, because they'll know how you can maneuver through all of this stuff. So get with a tax person who's also a business owner for guidance. Now, here's another one that I like, that I learned when I went on a training session to get a certification years ago. Well, the person had the training on a cruise. On a cruise. Well, you know, when you go on a cruise, and those days when you have, it's called going out to sea days, and there's nothing else, there's no other activities. Well, me as an education and a training company, so if I invite a whole bunch of people on a cruise, right, and the days that we're at sea, I do nothing but train, then that portion, that day becomes a write-off. Again, if the training session is directly related to my business or my profession, and the cruise is primarily for business purpose, you can deduct or write off a portion of that. Again, you have to keep good records and all of that stuff. Write it down, what happened on that day. Are you getting what I'm talking about? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So there are so many other ways that you can be creative with your business. So that's why it's so important to have a tax strategy session with a qualified tax person who have their own business, who knows how to use these creative ways. And it's all legal ways that you can do to keep money in your pocket. I hope you learned something from that. But what I want to say before I close is, today's message serves as an inspiration for each of you to think beyond your primary 9-to-5 job, right? The way that you're going to be able to build wealth, the way that you're going to be able to grow your money, and I'm not just talking about a little bit of money, the way you're going to be able to grow your money tremendously is by owning a business, because that's where all of the savings are. Because if you don't have a business, taxes and inflation is going to get you. So I want to say that the way to do it is to think beyond your primary 9-to-5 job and explore opportunities to expand your mind, to expand your skill set, to expand your entrepreneurial mindset, and look at possibilities. Just think about the possibility of having a side business, right? That's how you can build wealth. So that's the strategy that I wanted to talk to you about today. And I want to say that I am so proud that my new coaching program, I'm thrilled to announce that we are relaunching our highly anticipated coaching program. And this is where I'm going to help you develop that mindset, develop that business skill. So, you know, where people like me went to school and paid all of their money for business school, I'm going to teach you the major business acumen and things that you need to learn to manage your business, to grow your business, business operation, business management. And along with my program, I have where you're going to get a tax strategy session with a qualified tax person to help you to understand. I have my job, my W-2 job. I'm making good money, but how, when I combine that business with it, what are some things that I can do differently? Maybe it's something as simple as the deduction. What are some things that you can do to bring more money in on your W-2 job while you own your business? You would not know that if you're not talking to a qualified tax person. And that's not me. I'm a business person, but I don't specialize in taxes. I know a lot about it, but I don't specialize in taxes. I'm talking about a qualified IRS, EA person who can help you and guide you that way. So I'm going to leave some information in the post today. And I'm saying only if you're interested and bringing on a coach, only if you're interested in growing your mindset, only if you're interested in growing your business skill set, only if you're interested in becoming a wealth creator, only if you're interested in soaring to the top. Those are the people that I want around me. Those are the people that I want in my coaching program, that I welcome into my coaching program. So I'm so happy. I feel like I have birthed the baby, and the baby is here. So I will put some information there where you can read over, look over the coaching program. If it's something you want to do, I'm going to pour into you. And at the end, you're going to have a business. You're going to have the mindset, and you're going to build an asset that you have, that you can make money off of over and over and over and over and over again. Right? That's what having a business is all about. So I said, let's go. Let's do it. I am your mindset coach. I am Dr. Amy Himes, and I am here to help you, to motivate you, to level up. And I want to say thank you to all of the people who are joining me live. I can see Diane Green. Hello, hello, hello. Andrea. Hello. Hello, hello. And anybody else that I may not be able to see here today, if you're joining me live, thanks for joining me live. And I can't wait to see you right back here tomorrow. Let's go. Let's make tomorrow different than today. Take action. Be inspired. Do the work. All right? And we'll see you right back here the next time. Be blessed. Bye-bye.